Hello, in this developer diary I'd like to talk about stress. Well, I've been feeling quite stressed lately. It's hard to put my finger exactly on what is causing all the stress. I think a lot of it is, well, things are going well, but there's a lot of things going on at once. Everyone is working really hard, and so I'm sort of, trying to make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to, and everything is getting in the game, and we're going in the right direction. And so, well, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to take care of all these things, and doing some consulting, and I'm quite busy, and I think that really contributes a lot to stress. So it's funny because the game is going really well right now. I feel like we finally sort of hit our stride, which is really great feeling, and the new stuff we've been working on is really quite good, and I'm quite impressed with it, and very pleased. But despite all that, I feel stressed, and it's a bit of a challenge. While I'm recording this before I'm going to Steam Dev Days, it's on the 14th, 15th, or 15th and 16th. I think 15th and 16th, and like travel in general is stressful, and several days away from my work computer is a challenge. Well, I guess it's not a challenge, but I just feel so behind when I come back, and so then that contributes to stress. And then traveling, I don't know if anyone really likes airports and planes anymore. I mean, I feel like it used to be exciting and fun and luxurious to take a plane. You look at like that Pan Am TV show that no one watched. I didn't watch it either, but I assume that it was about, the glory days of flying. Certainly it seems like we're very far from that. It's an unpleasant experience. So I think all of that combined has really given me a lot of stress. Which is hard. It's hard to deal with, and I mean, certainly I have an anxiety disorder, and so stress is going to be a big part of my life, and it's going to be maybe more challenging for me than it is for other people. But the interesting thing is stress can sort of lead into depression. And so, like, this weekend, I felt a little depressed, even though everything is going, pretty well. Things are going well. The game is really shaping up to be impressive. So why was I feeling depressed? But it's just interesting that stress itself can cause these other feelings, and fortunately I try to be very vigilant of when I am depressed, because I think just knowing that you're sort of going down that path, that you're not quite where you were, you can sort of work to fight it before it gets too bad. And I think that the warning signs for depression are like, you don't enjoy things as much as you used to. So you can be doing something fun, or something you'd find fun regularly, but it just doesn't have that same appeal. Lots of appetite. There's a lot of sort of warning signs of depression, and it's especially if you're someone who suffers from that. I think it's a good idea to pay extra attention. to the warning signs. You know, if you're doing something fun and you're not quite enjoying it as much as you would, it's good to recognize that, and then it's good to try and, you know, get your mind into well, I don't know exactly what I was going to say. Well, I mean, just sort of devote your attention to enjoying that thing, I guess, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I think fighting depression off is difficult and different for everyone else. Well, everyone who suffers from that. So I'm not sure I can give advice on that part, but that's sort of what I try to do. So seems strange talking about how the game's going really well and having to battle depression, but I mean, that's part of the problem with mental illness is, you know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. You know, feelings don't always make sense. They're not rational. So I don't know. That's just what I've been going through. So I figured I would mention it. Anyway, thanks for watching.